All right, I've heard you. You all want more recipes for cocktails that can be made in advance and in big batches, so all you have to do is enjoy your party. Can't say I blame you. You are very wise people. So today I'm bringing you my very favorite recipe for fall entertaining. It is the hot buttered bourbon. Say that 3 times fast. The hot buttered bourbon apple cider. It will knock your socks off. It will warm the cockles of your guest's heart, and it comes together like that. So you better not go anywhere or you're gonna miss it. Hello, wine lovers and cocktail lovers. I'm Erin, the founder and Chief Sommelier of the Wine Sisters, and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is the place where every week we show you how to eat, drink, and entertain like a pro. I'm in a slightly different locale this week. Today we are going more into the kitchen because I want to show you a super easy, super delicious, and super awesome cocktail that's perfect for fall. This is the hot buttered bourbon apple cider. It is a cocktail I have been serving at all of my cold weather parties for I want to say about a decade. It is that in demand. So whether it is going to be something for the holidays or whether you're going to be celebrating apple picking, it doesn't matter. This is so elegantly nostalgic and so comforting. You're absolutely going to love it. Plus, it makes the house smell great. And it comes together in no time flat. This is just a brilliant party recipe. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on the stove just over low heat. And we're gonna start with 2 liters. So that's 8 cups. Heavy, 8 cups. It's heavy. Get your workout in. Anyway, this is apple cider. It is just apples in here. It is not sweetened. It's not alcoholic. This is just regular, non-alcoholic apple cider. If you can find organic, perfect. So into a pot over low heat, we're gonna pour that right in. Every last drop. Okay, so while that just gently starts to heat up, I'm gonna show you the other ingredients that we're going to need. So I've got all of my spices right here. I have some cinnamon sticks. If you feel like bashing them around a little bit to like let out some more of that cinnamon flavor, you can, but you don't really have to. I've got some cloves. These are gonna give a nice warming element. I have a little tiny bit of salt. Just like when you're baking a chocolate cake, you want just a tiny pinch of salt to your sweetness. It really adds the flavor, and it also just punches it up a little bit, gives it a little bit of brightness. And something a little bit more unique, this is fun. This is a star anise. It's got this really cool shape, and it gives just sort of a deep, warming, kind of licoricey spice, but not overtly. So it's just a really nice element and adds a nice layer to your apple cider. Now, I'm gonna add those in just a second. What you will also need for your hot buttered bourbon is butter. Now, this is really good quality butter. You can tell by the color of it. It's just outstanding. We're gonna need a 1/2 cup. And while that might seem like a lot, we've got 10 servings, so it's actually not that much. It's less than a tablespoon per serving. That's salted butter as well, by the way. Salted butter just tastes better. It just flat out does. If you wanna use unsalted, I can't stop you, but I really recommend the salted stuff. And of course, the bourbon part of our hot buttered bourbon. So now that I've got this heating up, I'm just going to add in my spices. So I'm gonna add in all of my cinnamon, my cloves, my salt. Everything's gonna go right in there. Just give that a little stir around and let that come together. So this has just been percolating away for a little bit. You really want the flavors of those spices to infuse. So allow it to simmer for, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. Really allow some of that cinnamon and star anise and clove to really get into your apple cider. You don't wanna add the bourbon too early in the process, and you certainly don't wanna be cooking the bourbon for a long time. That doesn't really help the flavors. You wanna add it while the liquid is still warm, of course, but not over active heat. And then similarly with the butter, there's really no point to adding it earlier. You just really want to have that nice finishing touch of the butter. So I'm going to add that in now. Whoop, just like that. Careful, hot liquid. Okay, I should have worn an apron. That was a little bit sploshy. You do yours a little bit more careful. I guess because it's been sitting at room temperature, it kind of slid out of that bowl a little bit. Who's gonna know? This is real life hosting, isn't it? I think we're in good shape. I'm going to add in 2 cups now of bourbon, but I really like the bourbon. The spice of that bourbon, the natural vanilla caramel notes of bourbon, I think really complement the apple cider well. And now all you have to do is serve it. Now, if you're going to make this in advance, and I recommend that you do, not only for the gorgeous aromatics that will fill your home, but just to scratch one more thing off your to-do list and get that out of your hair while you go about planning for the rest of your party, remember, just leave the butter and bourbon out until the very last moment, and then as your guests are arriving, then you just add them into the warm liquid. So I'm just gonna ladle some of this into this cup. It's really beautiful. All right, and garnish it with a cinnamon stick. Okay, so time for the taste test, because the aromatics, they are really good. Let's see. Yeah, there's clearly a reason I've been serving it for 10 years at all my cold weather gatherings. It is warming, it is elegant, it is delicious, it's flexible, just like me. Story for another day and a couple more ciders. But anyway, I think it's great. Guys, I'd love to know, what do you like to warm up with in the winter? Leave it in the comments below. And if you have any questions on what might make a great signature cocktail for your winter festivities, please let me know, ask them away, and I promise I will answer them as soon as I do see them. If you love this video, hey, we always appreciate a like, and we would love it if you would share it with your wine, drink, and entertaining loving friends. That's how we get the word of wine out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe, because you will get alerted to when we drop a new video every single week. So until next week, wine lovers, cider lovers, party lovers, I will bid you adieu and wish you to stay well and drink better. Santé. I almost choked. Sorry.